Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Chris Captures and welcome to 2024, and today is my first of a kind type of video. I've got a stack of manga here next to me, but it is not a haul. I have got a haul ready and waiting to go, and also I've got something juicy to show you from Christmas. But I am going to start out 2024 a little bit differently, and in the spirit of the new year and starting afresh, I'm actually doing my first unhaul. It's a video idea that I've seen a few people do before. It's people talking about things that are leaving their collection, and also I guess it would help me try and sell them a little bit, I guess, maybe as well. But I also have a challenge for the end of the video, which will hopefully be a really interesting series going forward. So please stick around to the end and see if you can help out with the challenge, because it's going to be good. But first, like I said, I've got this stack here of manga and a little bit of comic books as well that I am getting rid of from my collection. Now, I'll explain each series as I go through them. It's not because I just don't like them all. A couple of them I don't like. Some of them I've got plans for the future, so we'll get to it. So just to get them out of the way, the first couple things are a few comic book series that I wanted to start and then didn't really get into. Volume 1 of the Archie Comics reboot by Mark Waid and Fiona Staples. Now, Fiona Staples does the artwork for Saga. I thought the artwork was great. I thought Mark Waid was a really good breath of fresh air for the Archie series. It was a good series and I have read more. I just didn't pick them up physically. I just don't need it in the collection. I'm not going to continue it, so may as well get rid of it. Same with Lock and Key. This is a beautiful hardback version as well, but I'm just not going to finish it. Written by the son of Stephen King. So it is a good series, and the Netflix show was pretty damn good as well. So yeah, leaving the collection. And the last one was Outcast by Robert Kirkman, author of The Walking Dead. Really cool sort of like religious dark horror. I'm never going to pick up the rest of the series, so I may as well just get rid of this one as well. Instead of like hoarding onto single issues of stuff, may as well put the money towards something more in the collection. So yeah, they're the three comic books that are leaving. We'll move on past them and get to the manga, because I know this is what you guys are really interested in. Okay, I'll start off with something simple. I've got 3 volumes of One Piece here. As you know, I love One Piece, but when I was first getting into it, I was getting a lot of eBay job lots and stuff like this. And these were issues that overlapped with the second box set. So I no longer need these 3 issues because I've got the versions from the box set. It's just doubles in my collection. So these are going, hopefully they can find a good home. It's the beginning of Sky Pier. If anybody's looking for the beginning of Sky Pier, I can sort you out. Next up is Claymore Volume 1. Now, I loved this first volume and I really want to get more into the series. I've heard people call it like the female-led Berserk before, and it does have that sort of vibe to it, and I really enjoyed it. But it's in a box set, so instead of having Volume 1 and trying to pick up the rest, which are notoriously hard to get a hold of, I thought I may as well just sell this volume and then in future pick up the box set. And that might be a trend that you'll see going forward in this video. The next one, however, is Undead Unluck Volume 1, and I just didn't really get on with this series. I heard it got like really good after like Volume 2 or 3, but I just wasn't really up to committing to it. The anime is out now, so I guess I'll watch the anime when it gets out. I think it's in Disney Jail in the UK at the moment. I wasn't vibing with the characters, and it was a little bit too unnecessarily pervy for me, and just didn't gel with it. Like the bits that people like, oh yeah, it's really good, just felt like everything else kind of standard shonen at the moment. So yeah, I just have no interest in picking it up. This is one of the few series that I've picked up that I am just actively dropping. It's rare that I drop a series. Most of the time I just wait until I finish something else and then I'll continue reading it, but this is actually something that I've just dropped. Next up is Bleach Volume 1. Didn't think I was going to like Bleach as much as I have. I've started watching the anime, I've read this first volume. I want to pick up the box sets of Bleach eventually, so there's no point in me just clinging on to one volume at the moment. Although this is one of the earliest volumes of manga that I ever had from a eBay big bulk thing. Like I said, I'm going to pick up the box sets one day. I don't need this lying around. This next one is a little bit hard for me to get rid of because it's a series that I do love. It's just, I don't have the money or the time to pick it up physically, and that is Battle Royale. This is made by Tokyo Pop and it is now out of print, so getting hold of these copies is so hard. I was lucky to get this one in a job lot of other stuff. I really wanted to pick up more, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Honestly, I feel like eventually we're going to get a nice re-release of this We're getting re-releases of so many good series at the moment, and I feel like this might be the next one on the cards. Trigun is coming back in omnibus forms. The author of Trigun, Drifters, is also getting reprinted. Initial D is finally coming back. I think Initial D was printed by Tokyo Pop. Maybe I might be slightly wrong on that. So I just feel like this is gonna get some nice treatment soon, rather than pay above the odds for the old copies, which, like, it's rare that you get them in good condition in the UK. They're all a little bit bad. Like this is a little bit scuffed, but it's not too bad. I'm just gonna pray that we get a omnibus or a nice hardback treatment of Battle Royale soon, and I'm gonna stop lying to myself that I'm gonna complete this classic version of it. Should probably do that with my Shaman King too. Shaman King's not in this video. I'm keeping all of that for now. This next one might confuse a few people as well. It is The Promised Neverland. I've got the first 3 volumes, and I genuinely loved these first 3 volumes, and I am so excited to read more of it. But I want the box set again. Like, I want to have it all in one go, and I want to read it all in one go. And there's just enough volumes of it at the moment that I'm not going to pick them all up single. I'm focusing on other ongoing series or other series that I really want to focus on at the moment. Whereas this, I'm happy to wait until I get the box set and read the mystery all in one go. I got to a point where I was just itching for more, and I didn't have more, and I didn't want to read it digitally because I'm a stickler for reading physically. With the box set being available, I may as well wait and try and get the box set eventually. Maybe as a gift or something like that. So yeah, Promised Neverland, love the series, but I don't need 3 loose volumes. I'm gonna do it properly. And speaking of doing it properly, Sailor Moon Volume 1 and 2. I've got such a soft spot for Sailor Moon because I remember waking up on Saturday mornings and watching the anime. It was one of the few animes that aired in the UK, especially on a Saturday morning slot. You had to get up before the normal cartoons to watch like Sailor Moon, Card Captors, a bit Digimon and Pokemon before like the Western cartoons started in the UK, and so Sailor Moon has just got like a special place in my heart, and I really wanted to start collecting it. That's why I got these versions, because these were the only ones that I could find at the time, but they do such beautiful hardback special edition volumes. I think I'm just going to wait for that at some point. There's like 3 different versions that we can get in English, and these are what a lot of people say are like the weakest versions, so there's no point in carrying on this when I could just get objectively better versions of it. So yeah, Sailor Moon 1 and 2, if anybody's looking for Sailor Moon 1 and 2, or you want to just get somebody hooked on it, let me know. They're here. And then the last one is actually another one that I've dropped just because it was too hard to pick up when I first got into it, and like I'm not really itching to get more into the series. I think I'll just rather watch the anime at this point, and that is Beastars. I remember talking about it a lot when I first got into manga, but it's something that I've not found myself going back to more. If I'm not going to actively pick up more of it, what's the point in sitting on volume 1? So yeah, Beastars is leaving the collection. Not a bad series. It's not that I don't like the series. It's a large Viz signature edition, so it obviously costs a little bit more. Like, for what I could get for this, I could get another full price copy of like a new volume Jujutsu Kaisen or One Piece or something like that. So at the moment, Beastars is leaving the collection. So that is all the English stuff that's leaving my collection. I have got some Japanese volumes that are leaving as well that I got in a big job lot quite a while ago. I don't need to go through them. I also don't know the names of most of them because it's all in Japanese. So like, I bought that job lot for like Demon Slayer, Naruto and One Piece and stuff like that. Like volumes that I really liked, and they were just little extras. So if you're into shoujo, there's quite a bit of shoujo maybe. But yeah, that's leaving. The big thing that I want to get onto now is I am trying to set myself a challenge, and this is going to be a community challenge that I hope you guys can help me with. If you've noticed over the last year or so, there's been a trend of videos of people starting out with a penny or something really small like a paperclip that they found on the floor and trying to trade up to something. And I want to use this as a way of me connecting to the Mangatube community. So if you're a creator and you don't mind getting involved, this is going to be pretty interesting for me. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong, but it's the attempt that I like. I like the thrill of the chase with collecting stuff, so this will be quite an interesting challenge. One of my favourite series of all time is Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I think for most people in the West, it was our gateway into anime and manga. and one of the first things I picked up in a bundle was the first volume of Dragon Ball. I'm going to part with this volume, and this is one of the first things that I ever picked up for manga. It's one of my favourite series. This volume means a lot to me, but I want to part with it and try and trade our way up to the box set of Dragon Ball. I think that would be such an interesting thing to do, and I don't want anybody to be like put out by it. I only want people trading stuff if they are willing to trade stuff. So I want to take this volume, trade it for like another more expensive volume of something, or a couple volumes of something that somebody's getting rid of. Like, I want to try and upscale each time and document that for you guys to see if we can eventually get to a point where I can trade somebody for a Dragon Ball box set, or I can get to something that I could sell that would give me enough for the Dragon Ball box set. But to sweeten the pie of just like an oldish, slightly worn version of Dragon Ball, I have actually got the first 3. So my first challenge is to try and trade these 3 as a trilogy, as a unit, and get something of equal or more value that will help me start to get towards the Dragon Ball box set. So if you guys are interested in the Mangatube community, other content creators, I would love to collaborate with you, and we can make this part of the collaboration. Or if you are just people that I speak to online, please hit me up if you are interested in trading volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Dragon Ball for something that you think can get me on the way to that box set. I think it's going to be a really interesting challenge. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like, no harm lost. No, as long as nobody's put out by it, as long as I'm not like someone's like, oh yeah, I'll take the 3 volumes and give you the box set. That's not what I want. Like, because that's just somebody putting themselves out. Like, that's not what we're here for. We're here for a cool challenge to see how many steps and how we get there, how we go from this 1 volume, technically 3, how we get from 1 volume to an entire box set. Like, yeah, let me know what you guys think I should do, who I should talk to. Please send this to people if you think that they might be interested in helping out. But yeah, this is the challenge for the new year. By the end of the year, I hope that we have a Dragon Ball box set, which all started from this. So there you have it. That is my first unhaul ever, and my first video of the new year. I guess this one will go up first. I have recorded other videos that haven't come out yet. I did kind of botch the recording on a couple of them, so I'm trying to sort them out. I've got, like I said, part of a haul here. There's lots of volumes in here, and I've got more on the way, and I've got a big, it's looking down on me from up there, a big video that I'm about to do. Been a year in the making. That's going to be really cool. I'm also still reading all the volumes that you guys suggested to me to do a big video. I've managed to track down like the last 2 series that I was looking for that I've not been able to really find online anywhere. Not on like the decent sites anyway, because I'll be honest with you, they are the ecchi stuff that you guys have suggested, because there was a lot of stuff like that. So that's coming soon. I've got like 2 more volumes or something like that to read before I can start recording that video. I've been writing down my reviews and scores and my opinions on all the series that you guys have made me read. It's been crazy, but I hope you guys enjoy that video coming soon as well. Stay tuned for the channel, because I feel like this is going to be a really big year. Last year I didn't say it out loud anyway, I don't think. I challenged myself to get to 500 subscribers, and it hasn't happened yet, but we are close to 300. So if we could get to 300, and then I will make a big push to try and get to 500, because that would be a landmark for me. Yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now. You've seen the video. I've told you what's coming up for the new year. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.